I'd like to call the order the January 23rd, 2018 of the Code Enforcement Board meeting. Please all rise for the invocation and pledge. The invocation will be given by Member Carrington and the pledge by Member Murray.
Please help me observe a moment of silence. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chairman Lowry,
Here.
Vice Chairman Carrington,
Here.
Member Odom,
Here.
Member Lomneck,
Here.
Member Lewis, absent excused. Member Murray,
Here.
we have a quorum.
Thank you. Can we have the swearing of the officers? And anyone speaking on a case this evening, please stand.
Do you need to be sworn to come through the whole truth and the testimony about to give?
Can we have the consent agenda?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. I'm Doug Gaines, Assistant Director of Support Services and Chief Code Officer. We have several for dismissal or in compliance, and that's 18-003, 18-005, and 18-006. We're also going to continue 18-007.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move at this time that we accept the consent agenda as presented by the city.
Second. Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, seconded by Member Lomneck to accept the consent agenda as presented by the city. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Case number 17-079. Officer Secret.
Bob Seegers, Code Enforcement Officer, City of Ocoee. Reference City of Ocoee case 17079. Location of the violation is 4991 Timber Ridge Trail, Ocoee, Florida. It's a complaint received from the City Building Department, and it is an occupied property. On August 8th of 17, I received a complaint of a business called Greater Vision Family Care Home being operated in the city without a local business tax license. Submit exhibits A through C. Exhibit A is a copy of the email from the building department saying that Greater Vision have not finalized the process for acquiring an LBT. So they did come in and apply and didn't go any further than that. Exhibit B is a picture of the house, a single-family dwelling, and C is a printout of their website. On August 15th, a notice of code violation was issued and mailed to the property owners as identified by Orange County tax records as Siobhan and Vernette Stallworth, P.O. Box 784557, Winter Garden, Florida 34778 4557. Notice was for violation of code 119-2 and allowed the property owners until August 25th to correct the violation and comply with the code. However, an extension was given until November 6th of 17. Code 1192 states, engaging in business without license, it shall be unlawful for any person to engage in any business, occupation, or profession within the city without a license issued hereunder. On November 8th, I re-inspected the property and observed non-compliance. The following day, on the 9th, a statement of violations, notice of hearing, and proof of service were sent, certified and regular mail, to the property owners by the board clerk. An order of continuance was issued to this meeting. On January 11/18, the property was posted, and the second posting was placed inside the lobby at City Hall with 24-hour public access. On today's date, January 23rd, property is re-inspected, observed to remain in non-compliance. The city is requesting a compliance time of 15 days, followed by a fine of $100 per day thereafter if found non-compliant.
Are they coming in at all? Trying to
Yes.
get this squared away with the city?
It's been going on back and forth for a while, and they need to get a fire extinguisher system put in and a sprinkler system put in. Then they needed to get notice of commencement from Orange County. So they're missing quite a few things. The most important is they're not even registered with the state of Florida. So, and this is a hospice, by the way.
So there's other registrations that are lacking. Do we know, are there patients being cared for?
We're not 100% on that.
Once they come in to try to get their business tax receipt, the planning director will put an end to all this, I hope, and get a hold of the state.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move in case number 17079 that respondents be found in violation as cited as of August 25th, 2017. Am I correct on that? Okay. And be given until February 9th, 2018 to come into compliance or be fined $100 per day per violation as cited.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, seconded by Member Odom. In case number 17-079, that the respondents be found in violation as of August 25th, 2017, and to come into compliance February 9th, 2018, or be fined $100 per day as long as the violation remains in non-compliance. Any discussion?
I think that date's incorrect. It should be 11/6. November 6th, there was an extension given,
Oh.
so they were not in violation until November 6th.
So we have to,
I'll amend that motion,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
all right.
Mr. Chairman, to restate the motion as amended in case number 17-079, I move that we find respondents in violation as cited as of November 7th, 2017, and be given until February 9th, 2018 to come into compliance or be fined $100 per day per violation.
You mean this?
Second.
Okay. Huh? Well, motion for case number 17-079 by Member Carrington, second Member Odom, that the response be found in violation as of November 7th, 2017, and to come into compliance by February 9th, 2018, or be fined $100 per day as long as the violation remains in non-compliance. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Case number 17-091, Officer Secrets.
Bob Seegers, Code Enforcement Officer, City of Ocoee, reference case 17091. The location of the violation is 1978 Applegate Drive, Ocoee, Florida. It's an occupied property and it's a self-initiated complaint. On November 30, I observed weed and grass growth over 10 inches and miscellaneous trash and debris. Submit exhibits A and B. On December 1st, a notice of code violation was issued and mailed to the property owner as identified by Orange County Tax Records as 2015-OC 1978 Land Trust, care of Secured Capital Trust LLC, trustee, 8815 Conroy Windermere Road, Orlando, Florida, 82835. The notice was for violation of code numbers 1153B and 1153A, excuse me, sub 3, allowed the property owner until December 16 to correct the violations and comply with the code. Code 1153B states, excessive weed or grass growth. No person shall allow or permit excessive growth of weeds or grass on property owned, rented, leased, or controlled by such person. 1153A3 says junk and debris. No person shall allow to remain or allow to be dumped, placed, accumulated, or otherwise located on lands or premises controlled by such person within the city, any nuisance and menace to public health, safety, and welfare. On December 20, I re-inspected the property and observed non-compliance. January 2nd of 18, statement of violations, notice of hearing, and proof of service were sent certified and regular mail to the property owner. On the 11th of January, excuse me, property was posted and a second posting was placed inside the lobby at City Hall with 24-hour public access. Today's date, the 23rd, property remains in non-compliance. City is requesting a compliance time of 15 days, followed by a fine of $50 per day thereafter if non-compliant. City is also requesting nuisance abatement and adding costs to the fine.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion. In case number 17-091, I move that respondents be found in violation as cited and be given until February 9th, 2018 to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day thereafter for each violation in non-compliance. Additionally, I authorize the city to abate and assess all fees.
Okay, well,
And they're in violation as cited as of 12.
December.
I'm sorry, as of December 16, 2017.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, seconded by Member Odom. In case number 17-091, that the respondents be found in violation cited as of December 16, 2017, and to come in compliance February 9th, 2018, and be they can be fined $50 per day per violation, as long as the violation remains in non-compliance. And also authorize the city for an abatement and add the cost to the fine. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
That's okay, I can have the date out.
Case number 17-092, Officer Secrets.
Bob Sears, Code Enforcement Officer, City of Ocoee. Reference case 17092. Location of the violation is 4983 Sawdust Circle, Ocoee, Florida. It is a citizen complaint and it is an occupied property. On December 2nd, I observed weed and grass growth over 10 inches and a 6-foot wooden fence in disrepair with missing slats and fallen down sections. And I'll submit 2 exhibits, A and B. On December 5th, a notice of code violation was issued and mailed to the property owner as identified by Orange County Tax Records as Francien Gentil. The notice was for violation of code numbers 1153B and 10823Q and allowed the property owner until December 20 to correct the violation and comply with the code. Code 1153B states excessive weed or grass growth. No person shall allow or permit excessive growth of weeds or grass on property rented, owned, leased, or controlled by such person. 10823Q states accessory structures, garages, storage buildings, and all other accessory structures shall be maintained and kept in good repair and sound structural condition. On December 22nd, I re-inspected the property and observed non-compliance with the fence, which is 10823Q, however, compliance with the overgrown grass, 1153B. On January 2nd, a statement of violations, notice of hearing, and proof of service were sent certified and regular mail to the property owners by the board clerk. January 11, the property was posted, and the second posting was placed inside the lobby here at City Hall with 24-hour access. On the 23rd, today's date, the property remains in non-compliance with 10823Q. The property owner phoned me late last week for the first time, and she advised she just got the notice. The fence was damaged from the hurricane. She's waiting on insurance money. Phoned again today and advised they will be sending the money this week. She works evenings, can't be here tonight, and requests a 30-day compliance time. The city is requesting a compliance time of 30 days, followed by a fine of $50 per day thereafter if non-compliant.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion in case number 17-092 that respondent be found in violation of 10823Q as of December 20th, 2017, and be given until March 1st, 2018 to come into compliance, or be fined $25 per day thereafter, as long as the violation remains in non-compliance.
Second.
Do we have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, seconded by Member Odom? Case number 17-092, that the respondents be found in violation as of December 20, 2017 for Code 108-23Q, and to come into compliance as of March 1st, 2018, or be fined $25 per day as long as the violation remains in non-compliance. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Sweet. Case number 18-001, Officer Secrets.
Bob Seegers, Code Enforcement Officer, City of Ocoee. Reference City of Ocoee case 18-001. The location of the violation is 2039 Applegate Drive, Ocoee, Florida. It's an occupied property, self-initiated complaint. On December 20, I observed weed and grass growth over 10 inches and submit Exhibit A. On December 21, a notice of code violation was issued and mailed to the property owner as identified by Orange County tax records as American Homes for Rent Properties, 7 LLC, 30601 Agora Road, Suite 200, Agoura Hills, California, 91301. The notice was for violation of Code 1153B and allowed the property owner until January 2nd to correct the violation and comply with the code. Code 1153B states excessive weed or grass growth. No person shall allow or permit excessive growth of weeds or grass on property owned, rented, leased, or controlled by such person. On January 4th, re-inspected the property, observed non-compliance. Also January 4th, statement of violations, notice of hearing, and proof of service were sent certified and regular mail by the board clerk. On January 11, the property was posted, and a second posting was placed inside the lobby at City Hall with 24-hour public access. Today's date, January 23, property is re-inspected and remains in non-compliance. The tenant phoned me yesterday and today and advised it will be mowed by the end of the week, and he apologized that he couldn't be here. City is requesting a compliance time of 15 days, followed by a fine of $50 per day thereafter if found non-compliant. The city is also requesting nuisance abatement and adding the cost to the fine.
That's only if the property becomes vacant.
Exactly.
Excuse me, what, the abatement only if the property becomes?
Correct.
Pleasure to report.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, in case number 18-001, I move that we find respondents in violation as cited as of January 2nd, 2018, and be given until February 9th, 2018 to come into compliance, or be fined $50 a day for every day that the violation remains in non-compliance. Additionally, I move to authorize abatement with costs being assessed to the fines in the event the property becomes vacant.
We have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, second by Member Lomnett. In case number 18-001, that the respondents be found in violation cited as of January 2nd, 2018, to come in compliance February 9th, or be fined $50 per day as long as the violation remains in non-compliance. And also would I authorize the city to abate and add the cost to the fine as long as the occupants are moved or found or vacant.
Property is vacant.
Yeah, as the property is vacant.
And that's 2018.
2018. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Case number 18-002, Officer Loveland.
$18,002 is 2009 Paula Michelle Court. On December 29th, 2017, this officer, while conducting other routine calls, did observe, and I have Exhibit A, three trailers in the prohibited locations, two large white box cargo trailers parked stored in the front yard, one portable generator lighting trailer parked alongside of the house. The front and side yards were littered with piles of white plastic chemical bottles and miscellaneous debris, conditions constituting a nuisance, creating a blighted effect upon the neighborhood and changing the character of a residential neighborhood. And in these pictures, I don't know if you can make that out, but that's a large, big pile of white chemical drums. They're empty. And there's a big pile of them here. On the same date, and while still at the location, a violation notice was issued, posted, and sent to the owners. SWH 2017-1 Borrower LP, which is owned by SWH 2017-1 Borrower GP, which is owned by Colony Starwood Homes Management, LLC, of Scottsdale, Arizona, no humans. And a copy was sent to the registered agent and their corporate law paralegal representative identified on the notices. For violation of 115-3A3, allowing the existence of a nuisance condition and not correcting after notification. LDC Article 6, 4H, 6B and C, regarding the trailers, their condition, location, and number of. And 108-24D, regarding junk debris, empty chemical barrels, and miscellaneous debris. The notice provided the owners until January 8th, 2018, to remove one trailer and relocate the remaining two trailers behind the front building line and screen from view with a 6-foot opaque fence and gate, and to remove the piles of large white plastic chemical containers and miscellaneous debris. On January 8th, the location was observed non-compliant with the codes as cited, and a statement with notice to this hearing date was sent out certified posted at the location and in the City Hall foyer with 24-hour public access. As of today's date, it's partially in compliance, but unfortunately, each code listed is still in violation. And I'll show you here. We have the two big trailers are gone, the plastic barrels are gone, but we still have one trailer unscreened from view and a pile of tires, which is kind of hard to see there. So the city is requesting a 15-day compliance time or forfeit $50 a day for every day in violation,
Per violation.
or per violation, I guess.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I move in case number 18-002 that the respondents be found in violation for code as cited as of January 8th, 2018, and be given until February 9th to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day per violation until they come into compliance.
That's February 9th, 2018?
February 9th, February 9th, 2018.
Second. And that's $50 per day per violation?
Yes.
Second?
We have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Carrington. In case number 18-002, that the respondents be found in violation cited as of January 8th, 2018, and to come to compliance February 9th, 2018, and be fined $50 per day per violation, as long as the violations remain in line with compliance. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Case number 18-004, Officer Love.
Case number 18004 involves the Towns of Weston Bay Community Association, and this is for the townhomes, and it's a common area outside of the fence in the right-of-way and easement responsibility area along Ocoee APPLEGATE Road. We've received multiple insistent complaints about involving the kids walking to high school, and part of the sidewalk being blocked by their landscapers not trimming enough. On October 10th, 2017, resultant from multiple citizen inquiries and complaints, this officer did observe at the Towns of Weston Bay community unmaintained, neglected landscaping that is encroaching portions of the public sidewalk and interfering with, according to the complainants, pedestrian and student foot traffic. This includes grass, weeds, foliage, and tree limbs. I have Exhibit A to demonstrate location, area, and how it exists right now. That's Ocoee APPLEGATE Road. That's heading towards the high school, so it's this section right here only. They're doing a very good job with this. And this is what the complainants are upset about, is not having full sidewalk access. On the same date, a violation notice was issued, posted at the location, and sent out to the property owners, Towns of Weston Bay Community Association Incorporated, as identified by county and state records, with a copy sent to the registered agent for violation of ordinances 115-4 regarding the duty of the property owner to maintain the easement right-of-way and grass, and LDC 6-1 regarding site plan maintenance to ensure the safe and efficient circulation of pedestrian and vehicular traffic, and otherwise protect the public health, safety, and general welfare. The property owner was given until November 3rd, 2017 to clear and maintain any foliage and grass over or blocking the sidewalk. Ensure the grass is mowed within the easement, both sides of the sidewalk. On January 8th, 2018, reinspection revealed noncompliance, and on the same date, a statement and hearing notice to this meeting was sent out certified, physically posted at the location and the City Hall foyer with 24-hour public access. As of this date, the violation remains non-compliant. The sidewalk is passable, but with only a quarter to a half lengthwise overgrowth still on it. If the board determines that a violation exists and issues any orders in its findings, the city would like to, in order to include a provision to allow the city to initiate compliance if it so chooses. The city is requesting a compliance time of 15 days or $50 a day per violation if non-compliant with any orders.
So you're, in other words, you're asking for abatement.
Yeah, if we choose to do it.
Okay.
May I ask a question?
Mhm.
I guess I'm a little confused on this. You know, as we had an issue once before, how we were split up where we dealt with homeowners versus business. This wouldn't fall under that special magistrate, not at all?
Oh, for commercial buildings, you mean?
Yes.
Since it's not a commercial building, and it is a residential homeowners association, we went ahead and presented it to this board.
Right, the townhomes are residential, and this is residential.
No.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Is there any other discussion before we get
Sorry.
Okay. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move in case number 18-004 that respondents be found in violation as cited as of November 3rd, 2017, and be given until February 9th, 2018 to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day per violation as long as the violations remain in non-compliance. Additionally, we hereby authorize the city at its discretion to abate the violations, and if such abatement occurs, to assess fines or fees to the fines.
Okay. Second. Now you say February what?
February 9th, 2018.
Okay. Okay, we have a second. Also, the November, I think that's
It's 17.
would be 20. Yeah, I know, but on the docket it says 18. Okay. We have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, second by Member Lumnick. In case number 18-004, that the respondents be found in violation as of November 3rd, 2017, and to come in compliance by February 9th, 2018, or be fined $50 per day as long as the violation remains in non-compliance. Also authorize the city to abate as if need to, or need be.
Yeah, it's 50 a day per violation.
Yep. I think that's what Okay. All right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You can tell school just let out. You can see the 8 school buses there leaving the high school.
Other business. Case number 17-069. Officer Diaz.
She is not here with us, but that case is in compliance.
In compliance. Case number 17-070. Officer Rodriguez.
She is also not here, but that case is in compliance.
Case number 17-076. Officer Loeffler.
Non-compliance, order imposing.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move that in case number 17-076 that we impose fines as of December 14th, 2017.
Second. We have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, second by Member Lumnick. In case number 17-076, they will go ahead and impose fine as of 12/14/17. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Case number 17-078, Officer Loeffler.
Non-compliance, order imposing.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Chairman, I move in case number 17-070 that we impose fines effective December 14th, 2017.
Second. Motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, second by Member Lumnick. Case number 17-078, that we go ahead and impose fine as of 12/14/17. All for it?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Case number 17-081, Officer Laughlin.
Non-compliance, order imposing.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move in case number 17-081, we impose fines effective December 30th, 2017.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, seconded by Member Lednick. In case number 17-081, that we go ahead as a post fine as of 12/30/17. All for?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Case number 17-082, Officer Laughlin.
Non-compliance, order imposing.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I'll move in case number 17-082 to impose fines effective December 14th, 2017.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Carrington, seconded by Member Odom, in case number 17-082. That the city go ahead and impose fine as of 12/14/17. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, that takes care of the agenda. We have, whatever want to, attention. As of this new year, we've got to select officers of the chair and vice chair. And so, at this time, I would like to open the floor for nominations for chair position.
Are you allowed to stay in the chair again, or
Yep.
there's no limit to it? Well, I nominate you to stay in the chair.
Allowed?
All right.
I so second.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor by Member Lundneck and second by Member Carrington, I believe, to elect Darrell Lowry as chair. All for?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, at this time, I'd like to open up the floor for nomination for vice chair position.
Well, I would like to nominate the current vice chairman, Carrington.
Okay. We have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Lundneck to have Vice Chairman Carrington to remain as Vice Chairman. Do we have all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. So, where do we go from here? Huh?
Is that it?
Okay. All right, so that's the end of the agenda. Time for comments. Madam Clerk?
No comment. Congratulations.
Thank you. Member Murray? Congratulations. Thank you. Member Odom?
Congratulations to both of you. Happy New Year's, everyone.
Member Carrington?
Happy New Year. Congratulations, Mr. Chair, and thanks to the city for the hard work.
Okay. Our great attorney?
Congratulations, Happy New Year. Good to see everyone.
Member Lumnick?
Good.
Okay. Officer Secret?
Congratulations. No other comment.
Okay. Officer
Congrats.
Walker?
No comment.
Congratulations.
Mr. Gaines, sir?
Everyone should have their lovely 50 Shades of Grey t-shirts up there. Or
You just had to go there, didn't you?
if there's anything wrong with them, please let Amber know.
Anything else, Mr. Gaines?
That's all I have. Thank you.
Every month, I do appreciate our clerk coming out with these updated. If you take a look at the board motions, they're a little bit different than what we have been doing. I assume these are correct. I think that if we could, in time, try to memorize these. After we can memorize the rest of everything else. So I think we need to change on those guidelines. I do appreciate her for doing that, and it's a lot of work that goes into it. Our last meeting, I failed to, and I apologize to Officer Seacrest for, he was in, he had a heart attack and had bypass, and I failed to mention that, and I apologize.
No problem.
And so, but I do want to bring that out, and I've thought about that ever since that meeting. So, but other than that, I appreciate the city for doing a great job, excellent job. Let's keep up the good work, and let's look for a good year. Okay? Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
You too.